My dear students, welcome to chemistry class. In this video, we are going to learn about sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid. Formula is H2SO4. So in sulfuric acid, we will learn about the preparation, then properties and uses of sulfuric acid. Okay. So first one is preparation of sulfuric acid. Preparation of sulfuric acid. So in preparation of sulfuric acid, there are two methods are there. One is lead chamber method, and number two is cascade process, or we can say this is contact process. Okay. In your syllabus, we are not going to learn about this lead chamber method, but we are going to learn about this cascade process or contact process. Okay. So the preparation, the method we are going to learn is contact process. Okay. Contact process. This question is very important in the preparation of sulfuric acid. Okay. So there are some steps are there. You have to follow the steps. So first one is initially sulfur dioxide is produced. The first step we have to produce sulfur dioxide. Then this sulfur dioxide we are going to prepare by using sulfur is prepared by burning sulfur or iron pyrites in oxygen or air. Okay. This is your first step. So in first step we are going to make sulfur dioxide, and the sulfur dioxide is prepared by burning sulfur or iron pyrites in oxygen. Okay. So the equation is sulfur plus oxygen, we can get sulfur dioxide. Then this iron pyrites FeS2 plus oxygen, we are getting Fe2O3 plus sulfur dioxide. Here you need to balance the equation, put 4 here, then put 11 here, then put 2, then put 8 here. Now the equation is balanced. Clear? So this is your step 1. Then in step 2, we are going to convert this sulfur dioxide into sulfur trioxide. So sulfur dioxide is oxidized to sulfur trioxide, that is SO3 by air in the presence of a catalyst named vanadium pentoxide V2O5 or platinized asbestos. Okay. So this is your step 2. So sulfur dioxide is converted to sulfur trioxide by air in the presence of a catalyst vanadium pentoxide. Okay. Now step 3, the sulfur trioxide is absorbed in concentrated sulfuric acid. So the sulfur trioxide is produced in step 2. We are going to convert into sulfuric acid. So in step 3, so sulfur trioxide SO3 is absorbed in concentrated sulfuric acid and produces, so when SO3, that is sulfur trioxide, is absorbed in concentrated sulfuric acid, we will get oleum. Okay, so it is called oleum. The formula is H2S2O7, and this oleum is converted into sulfuric acid. So we are going to make sulfuric acid only. So SO3 we are adding with concentrated sulfuric acid, and then this concentrated sulfuric acid plus SO3 we are producing oleum. This oleum is converted into sulfuric acid by diluting with water. Okay. So the equation is, so first SO3 sulfur trioxide plus H2SO4, we are producing oleum, that is H2S2O7. Then we are diluting this oleum with water, we are producing sulfuric acid H2SO4. Okay, balance the equation to H2SO4. To get maximum yield, okay, maximum yield we can get when the conditions are met. So the conditions are, the pressure is 2 bar and the temperature is, that is 720 Kelvin. We can get a pure 96% of sulfuric acid. Okay, so in the preparation of sulfuric acid, these are the 3 steps we have to follow, then we can get 96% of pure sulfuric acid we will get. Okay, now physical properties of sulfuric acid. Physical properties. So in physical properties of sulfuric acid generally it is a colorless. It is colorless. Okay, then viscous liquid. Okay, and it has high boiling point. That high boiling point and viscosity, and high viscosity is due to the association of molecules together through hydrogen bonding. Association of molecules in sulfuric acid through hydrogen bonding. Okay, hydrogen bonding. Okay, then third point is the freezing point of sulfuric acid is 283.4 Kelvin and boils at 590 Kelvin. Okay, and it is highly soluble in water, and has strong affinity towards water. So strong affinity towards water. Okay, and hence it can be used as dehydrating agent. Okay, so due to the strong affinity towards water, so we can use it as dehydrating agent. So this is very important use for the sulfuric acid. When dissolved in water it forms. So when dissolved, sulfuric acid when dissolved in water it forms mono, that is formula is H2SO4 dot H2O, and dihydrates, monohydrates and dihydrates. Di means 2, so H2SO4 dot 2 H2O. Okay, and the reaction is exothermic reaction. So when the formation of these hydrates, so the reaction is exothermic reaction. Okay, so we can get the examples for dehydration. Okay, so when it react with sugar H2SO4 plus sugar, that formula is sucrose, that is we are calling sucrose, C12H22O11, this is sucrose. Then carbon plus H2SO4 dot 11 H2O. Okay, balance equation 12C. That's all. Next one, sulfuric acid H2SO4 plus formic acid HCOOH. This is formic acid. Okay, then it will produce carbon monoxide plus H2SO4 dot H2O. Okay, next one is oxalic acid COOH twice. This is oxalic acid plus H2SO4. We will get carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide plus H2SO4 dot H2O. So these are the dehydrates. Okay, sulfuric acid forms dehydrates. Okay, so next one we are going to see about chemical properties. Next one we are going to learn, that is chemical properties of sulfuric acid. Chemical properties. So in chemical properties, it is highly reactive and strong acid, and it's an oxidizing agent. Okay, it's a strong oxidizing agent. Now the first reaction is, there is decomposition. Number one, that is decomposition, means it's breaking into another components. So it's a stable. Generally chemical the properties in that case, sulfuric acid is stable and it decomposes into sulfur trioxide, that forms SO3. Okay, H2SO4, when it decomposes, it forms water plus SO3. Okay, next property, there is acidic nature. Number 2, acidic nature. Acidic nature, it means it can react with base. So it's a strong dibasic acid. Okay, hence it forms two types of salt. So two types of salt, namely sulfates, then bisulfates. Okay, so see the reaction, H2SO4 plus sodium hydroxide is the base. We are getting sodium bisulfate, NaHSO4 plus H2O. This is bisulfate. Okay, sodium bisulfate. Next, sulfuric acid H2SO4, it's an acid, so again it react with sodium hydroxide. So we are getting sodium sulfate, Na2SO4 plus H2O. Balance reaction put to here. This is sodium sulfate. Right. Then H2SO4, it can react with ammonia, NH3. NH3 is the base, so we are getting ammonium sulfate, NH4 twice SO4. This is ammonium sulfate, balance equation put to here, right? Okay, so that's all about acidic nature. Next is oxidizing property number 3. Oxidizing property. Sulfuric acid is an oxidizing agent, produces nascent oxygen. Produces nascent oxygen. Okay. See the reaction. H2SO4. It gives water, H2O plus sulfur dioxide plus oxygen. This is nascent oxygen. Right. Then it can also oxidizes elements such as carbon, then sulfur and phosphorus. It also oxide bromide and iodide, oxidizes bromides, iodide to bromine and iodine respectively. Okay, so bromide oxidized to bromine, iodide oxidized to iodine. See the reaction. So first one is carbon plus sulfuric acid H2 SO4, it is forming SO2 plus H2O plus CO2. So carbon is oxidized, so addition of oxygen. Okay, so balance equation put to here too, it is balanced. Next one, sulfur plus sulfuric acid H2 SO4. The sulfur is oxidized to sulfur dioxide plus water. Balance equation put 2, 3 here, then 2 here. Okay. Next one. Then phosphorus P4, sulfuric acid H2SO4. Then it will be oxidized to phosphoric, that is H3PO4 plus SO2 plus H2O. Balance equation put 4 here, then 10, then here 4, then here 10. Okay. Then this sulfuric acid can be oxidized, this bromide and iodide. So example, that is first one is bromide, we will see HBr, hydrogen bromide plus H2SO4. We will get SO2 plus H2O plus Br. Okay. Here see the removal of hydrogen is oxidation. Okay. So that it is oxidizing property. Now balance equation put 2 here, Br 2 here. Okay. So 2 here, then 2 here. Then iodide, hydrogen iodide Hi plus H2SO4. We will get SO2 plus H2O plus I2. Okay. So balance equation put 2 here, here 2, here 2. Okay. So it showing oxidizing properties. So generally it produces nascent hydrogen. Also it oxidizes that carbon, sulfur and phosphorus. Then bromide to bromine, iodide to iodine. Okay. Next one is reaction with metals. Fourth, that is reaction with metals. Okay. So reaction with metals, it will producing a different product depending on the reactants and the reacting conditions. So generally sulfuric acid react with metals like tin, then aluminum, then zinc to produce corresponding sulfates. It is producing sulfates. Okay. So zinc plus H2SO4, it is forming zinc sulfate plus hydrogen. The next, aluminum plus H2SO4 we are getting Al2SO4 thrice plus H2. See, H2 is the gas, so that I am adding this symbol. Balance equation, put 2 here, put 3 here. So now the equation is balanced. Okay. So now the reaction of sulfuric acid with metals. Now reaction with copper. So in concentrated sulfuric acid, when copper is added and lead, it will produce respective sulfates as shown below. So copper plus H2SO4, it will produce copper sulfate CuSO4 plus water plus SO2. SO2 as the gas. Okay. Next one, when it react with, so before that you have to balance 2, here 2, here. Okay, that's now equation is balanced. Next, when lead react with sulfuric acid H2SO4, it will produce lead sulfate, that lead sulfate plus water plus SO2. SO2 is the gas. Okay. Now balance equation 2, 2, that's all. Okay. And generally sulfuric acid doesn't react with, so H2SO4 does not react with, so note this point is very important. You can expect this question in NEET and other competitive exam. Does not react with metals like gold, silver and platinum, also and noble gas. Okay, noble gases, that is 18 group elements, right? Now reaction with salt. Next reaction is reaction number 5, reaction with salts. Okay, so when it reacts with salt, it will produce metal sulfates, and bisulfates. Okay, sulfates and metal bisulfates it will produce. Okay, example is when H2SO4 reacting with its salt potassium chloride, it will produce potassium bisulfate KHSO4 plus HCl. Next, potassium nitrate with sulfuric acid KNO3, potassium bisulfate plus HNO3. Okay, when sodium carbonate react with sulfuric acid Na2CO3, it will produce sodium sulfate Na2SO4. So these two are bisulfates. Okay, they are bisulfates plus H2O plus CO2. So this is sulfate. Okay, next one, sulfuric acid H2SO4 plus sodium bromide NaBr, it will produce sodium bisulfate NaHSO4 plus H2O plus Br2 plus SO2. So when sulfuric acid react with sodium bromide, we are getting sodium bisulfate, then water, bromine, then sulfur dioxide. Balance the equation, 2 here, then 2 here. Now that's all, the equation is balanced. Okay, next reaction, reaction 6, that is reaction with organic compounds. So it reacts with organic compounds such as benzene, and it will produce sulfonic acid. When benzene react with sulfuric acid, we are getting sulfonic acid. So benzene, that is C6H6, that is benzene plus H2SO4 sulfuric acid, it will produce benzene sulfonic acid. This is benzene plus sulfuric acid, C6H5SO3H plus H2O. This is benzene sulfonic acid. Okay. So that's all about the chemical properties of sulfuric acid. Next one, uses of sulfuric acid. Uses. So there are two important uses. Sulfuric acid, it is used in the manufacture of fertilizer, fertilizers, that is ammonium sulfate and superphosphates and other chemicals. Fertilizers, ammonium sulfate, that is NH4 twice SO4, this is ammonium sulfate, and superphosphates and other chemicals such as hydrochloric acid, HCl. See HCl, see here, we already studied here. So manufacture of HCl and nitric acid, HNO3. Here see HNO3. So manufacture of fertilizers, ammonium sulfate, superphosphates, HCl and nitric acid, etc. This is first uses. Then second uses, it acts as the drying agent. So used as drying agent, also used in the preparation of pigments and explosives. Preparation of pigments and explosives. So that's all about the uses of sulfuric acid. Now we are going to learn about the test for sulfuric acid. Test for sulfuric acid. So dilute solution of sulfuric acid. So dilute solution of sulfuric acid or aqueous solution of sulfates gives white precipitate with barium chloride solution, okay. So that white precipitate is barium sulfate. Here white precipitate is barium sulfate, okay. So this is one test. Then another one is, it can also be detected by using lead acetate solutions. Using lead acetate solution, here we are getting white precipitate of lead sulfate. So in both cases we are getting white precipitate. In that first case we are adding barium chloride solution, so we are getting barium sulfate as the white precipitate. Second one we are testing with lead acetate solution, we are getting white precipitate lead sulfate. So that means sulfuric acid is confirmed, right? So see the equations, barium chloride BaCl2 plus sulfuric acid gives BaSO4. So that means this is the precipitate, so this down arrow precipitate plus HCl. Balance the equation, put 2 here. So this is barium sulfate. Okay, and this is white PPT. So in another case we are adding lead acetate. Formula is CH3 COO twice Pb plus H2 SO4. We are getting lead sulfate as the precipitate plus acetic acid CH3 COOH. Balance equation put to here. Now the equation is balanced. Okay, so hope you understood today's lesson. That's all about sulfuric acid. So in the next video we will learn about structure of oxacids of sulfur. Okay, so today that's all. So we'll meet in the next video. Thank you very much.